but when acid house came along, that was a real counterculture. It was an actual revolution that stood outside of all the industry and of all of the mainstream, and could survive all on its own. And so that was very important that we were in the UK at that time. It's actually very interesting. What was important at the time was the explosion of acid house and all the illegal raves that were going on in the UK, and the kind of counterculture that evolved as largely as a response to the government at the time, and a lack of voice that the youth felt during the 1980s. So we were born out of that mentality in a way, and the excitement of having a voice regardless of the mainstream culture suppressing it. And that, for us too, particularly of our age, it reminded us of when we were much younger in punk, and the concept of punk being a counterculture, being a reaction against the mainstream. But punk was very mainstream in many respects. You know, it claimed to be a counterculture, but it really was the mainstream, dressed up in safety pins. But when acid house came along, that was a real counterculture. It was an actual revolution that stood outside of all the industry and of all of the mainstream, and could survive all on its own. And so that was very important that we were in the UK at that time. I don't think it could have happened anywhere else. You know, we're very much rooted in the culture of our country. And of that, there's a mentality as well within the UK that there's always been this rebellious nature, and that music has been a place where the working classes can find a voice and can find enough money to eat, you know, put food on the table. Where I come from quite a poor working class family, and there are only two ways out. One is through football or through music, and I was really bad at football. You know, so it's very much at the core of a kind of UK mentality, and that is that we look to music to break away from, to respond to what is normal, and that again that's at the root of art for me. Is that art, the job of art, is to contradict what's normal, is to find another way.